Welcome to the Missing Piece Center for Anxiety. My name is Laura Rhodes-Levin. I'm a licensed marriage and family therapist. And while I think I'm a good therapist, it takes more than flour to make a cake. I have found that when it comes to dealing with human emotions, trauma, human experience, we can talk about it, and that's really helpful. But more importantly, we want to teach you to have the tools. Basically, get your owner's manual, because life's going to happen always. But we need tools to handle life, and that's the idea. So how about I give you a tour? We can take a look at the different modalities that we use here, and you can feel if the center is right for you and if we can help. As I mentioned earlier, it takes more than just talk to help heal the human psyche. So we actually have three wings here. We have the Center for Anxiety, we have the Center for the Brain, and we have the Center for Creative Connection. You'll get to meet all three of those areas, but we're going to start with individual. As you lay under the stars getting your massage, you're attached to something called an alpha stim. It relaxes your brainwaves so that you can ease into the massage and just let that stress go. Next, we have aromatherapy. Aromatherapy is a transport for your feelings, your emotions, and your neurotransmitters. Aromatherapy can help you with focus. It can help you with pain issues, stomach issues, mood issues, and you also get to experience the magic of Reiki in there. We like to work with many different parts of you, and the subconscious is a big, important part of that. So in this room, we have hypnotherapy, where we get to go into that subconscious and reprogram messages that you've carried since you were 8 years old. We also have energy work in here. The East was not wrong in their idea of how to heal. The healing that we do within our energy fields is so important. So this is where East meets West. This is my office, my home away from home. What happens in here is a little bit corny, but it's important. What you learn in this room is how to love yourself. We've all done things to people that we wish we hadn't done. We've had things happen to us that we wish we hadn't happened. But the idea is to make peace with that inside your life, inside your heart. Learn to love yourself. And we also do some laughing, we do some crying, because that's all part of the healing. You've got to love yourself, you have to be able to laugh at yourself. And doing that helps you face the pain. And we do that together. Back here, we have our nurse practitioner's office, and over here we have family therapy. Because no one happens inside a vacuum. We happen in a system. Marriage and family therapy is about systems therapy. So you don't want to take your car in to just get the tires rotated and never fix the oil. You want everything in the system to be working. So we have a round room, which they told me I couldn't build, but we can build all sorts of things in here that you don't think you can build. When you have the flow of energy and all the pieces of the puzzle in one room, we can help the whole system, not just one person in the system. This is the halotherapy room, otherwise known more commonly as salt therapy. Salt is a great way to get the toxins out of your body. You actually stand in the salt. The salt pulls the toxins from your body while you're laying back in a zero gravity chair and breathing in ionized salt air, which is excellent for the pulmonary system, for asthma, for your immune system. And when you leave here, you just feel pretty darn good. Thankfully, I'm not the only therapist here. We have other LMFTs, LCSWs, we have a sex therapist, we have an art therapist, we have a health coach, and a variety of different modalities like EMDR, DBT, and CBT to help you and meet you where you are. Okay. You've met the heart of the center. Now it's time to meet the brain of the center. This wing is the Missing Piece Center for the Brain, filled with state-of-the-art technology that helps us move you forward, working directly with the brain and the cells. Let's take a look. At the moment, we have 2 different kinds of technologies inside the brain center. It's always changing, but one thing that's always been here is neurofeedback. Neurofeedback is used by NASA to help their astronauts focus in space. It's used by the armed forces for post-traumatic stress disorder. It's actually used by a lot of sports teams, because think about it, when you're in your head, you can't make the shot. And the American Pediatric Academy calls neurofeedback the #1 preferred treatment for ADD and ADHD. We are tired of medicating ourselves and our kids. Why not work with the brain? Instead of treating the symptoms, go to the source. We also work with something called PEMF, Pulse Electronic Magnetic Field Therapy. A lot of words to say, it just helps your cells get along. All of our cells have a frequency. And when there's illness in the body, it affects the cells in our body and what frequency they move at. This technology helps the frequencies improve to a healthy frequency, which actually improves their communication and lets the body function in a much more healthy way. And now for the third wing, the Center for Creative Connection. We met the heart, we met the brain. This is where souls meet, where groups happen. Now, everybody always says the same thing, groups are not for me. But actually, group therapy is really, really powerful. You're not in this alone. You're in this with other people who've experienced the same kind of things. And so while we will do some talking in here, you're also gonna see some really other fun rooms too. Oh, you knew we were gonna do it, right? Actually, it sounds, again, corny, but this kind of movement and moving the frequencies in your body and movement in general is a really important part of healing. Nothing that we do in this room is too strenuous. This is easygoing movement to help you generate chi flow in your body, energy flow. Imagine yourself laying in one of these nice, comfy beds in a softly lit room while a practitioner plays dulcet tunes on her sound bowls. This is an amazing way to just let go, relax, and feel good. Behind this door is the art studio. Don't worry, you don't have to be an artist. You just have to have feelings. What's the best way to deal with something that's uncomfortable? Be comfortable. This is our group room. So we have the HEPA filters to keep the air safe, and we have each other to keep each other safe. And this is where a lot of the healing happens. In my experience, most things get talked about in the kitchen. So we had to have a kitchen. Welcome to the Nutrition Kitchen. In here, we do a couple of things. First of all, you probably are thinking about food. What else would you think about in a kitchen? But what we learn about here first is emotional food. Emotional food is our primary food. What emotions are feeding us? And the people that are feeding us emotionally usually determines what we put on our plate. So we like to do a lot of learning around how our emotions impact what we put in our bodies. No judgment. We meet everybody where they are. Okay, so I just showed you a lot of rooms and a lot of things, but something was missing, and that's the people. The people who work here are really good at what they do, and they really care about what they do. But really, we couldn't do it without the people who come here for help. And that's you. Whatever stories you have, whatever pains you're looking to work on, you enrich us. We're here to help you. And all the people who come here make this the rich, warm place that it is. I can't make you any promises. What I can say is that in our experience, when people come here and just lay it all on the line, they get better and we get better. So I hope you like what you saw. And if you have any other questions, just give us a call. And I really, really hope we can help.